Greetings, toy heads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams. And today we are having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Series 60 Years X-Men Storm, Forge, and Jubilee 3-pack. I picked this up at Ollie's. It was the last one they had. I grabbed it, and then like this other guy was like, "Oh man," and I felt bad, but I don't feel bad because I got it. And these are 3 X-Men that I do not have. I don't know much about Forge. I know Storm and Jubilee, but I don't know much about Forge. But I'm sharing this with you, so let's dive into it. First off, up at the top here, we got the 60 Years X-Men logo with the Ollie's price tag. $25 for this. I mean, that's one figure, so there you go. Marvel Legends Series, Storm, Marvel's Forge, and Jubilee, and there's the figures. X-Men, warning, choking hazard, don't put toys in your mouth, plastic-free packaging, multilingual, Hasbro logo. On the side here, we've got some comic art from the X-Men comics with Storm, Forge, and Jubilee, and then on this side, we have pictures of the 3 figures. Just like on the back here, where we have Marvel Legends Series, the names of the figures, all 3 figures, and then little nuances of the accessories that they come with. And then down here at the bottom, jibber jabber legal jargon, ages 0 to 3, you know what that means. If your child is not born yet, they shouldn't play with these toys. That's right, you're welcome. More jibber jabber legal jargon, Marvel, Hasbro, and then on the bottom even more jibber jabber legal jargon, Houses of Klingon, barcode, and the rest of the multilingual plastic free packaging. Let's get these guys out of the box onto the pedestal and we'll have a look. And here we have them on the pedestal. Let's have a look at the accessories. First and foremost, we have Storm over here on the left, and she comes with 3 sets of hands. We have some splayed out hands on her by default out of the package, and then we also have some spell effects, or some well, it's lightning effect with her on with some splayed out hands with the lightning, translucent rubbery blue lightning coming out of them. These will be the hands I will display her with. But we have those yellow gloves with in and out hinges on them, and then she also comes with 2 fisted hands, which I'm just gonna go into the bin, but yeah, 2 fisted hands on there, right there. So, and then with Forge, we have his weapon, which is a very large, spacey looking gun. Again, I don't know much about Forge. He looks, with the leg there, he looks, I don't know if this guy's related to Cable or what the deal is. But, yeah, don't know much about Forge, so I can't really make too much comments. But this gun looks really cool. It's very sort of odd shaped. But they've done it up in nice gunmetal, silver. We've got some like light red paint apps on the running through the body of the gun and on the barrel, and then we've got a darker gunmetal stock on there. And then he also comes with 2 fisted hands. I think he's got trigger finger hands on him. A trigger hand and a grip hand on him by default. 2 fisted hands for him and the yellow gloves. And then with Jubilee, she has 2 different heads. We have just the neutral head on her by default, and then we have the bubblegum blowing head on her, which also she comes with her signature, those pink shades, which we can put on either head. I'm going to display her with the bubblegum head because that's just what we do. So yeah, we've got the shades on there, and they don't fit like great because they can't go over her ears, but you can kind of get them sort of fixed and in a position where they will stay and they don't fall off. But we got those shades and the bubblegum and a translucent plastic. And this is the head. This is definitely the head that I'm going to display her with. And then with her, we also have some pink and purple, those wavy arm spell effects from Hasbro. I've never seen a bicolor one before, so this is kind of interesting. Actually, I think they painted it. because this part, the purple part, looks glossier than the other parts. I think they must have put some kind of, I don't know how they did it, but anyway, we have those. And then she comes with 2 sets of hands. She has splayed out hands on her by default, and then 2 fisted hands as well with in and out hinges. And then here we have all 3 figures. Storm, we'll bring her up first. Storm stands at approximately well, she looks like she's right at just a teensy bit more than 6 inches tall on there. And I'm just gonna leave the ruler out here. And looking at her sculpt, we have that classic blue and yellow X-Men costume. We have the X-Men belt, and hers is riding up for some reason, and I don't know why. And I can't get it to move down. Well, there's a little bit, but it just wants to go back up. And I don't know what happened with that and caused it. Well, maybe I got it fixed. I don't know. But we have that red and black X-Men belt that they all 3 have, and then she's got some yellow straps on the legs for that, and then down to the yellow boots we got yellow gloves with a little cuff on them. And yeah, it's Storm, and this is a really good head sculpt. Looks really good. We've got some gold earrings on there. We've got that white hair. It would have been probably nice to do a black wash on that to give it a little bit of definition, but that's okay. Got those piercing white eyes, like she's ramping up, getting ready to unleash something. And yeah, very, very cool. Very cool looking action figure. With articulation, we have a static neck with a hinge going up into the head, giving us full rotation on the head. Oh, she does have a little collar there. That's about as far down as we're gonna get on that. And then that going up, there is that weird gap, the way that head sits on that ball, but that's okay. With the arms, we've got full rotation of the arm at the shoulder with a hinge. Ooh, that one was a little tight. Okay, with a hinge up to the 90-degree T formation, and a bicep swivel with a double elbow catching right there. Actually catching right there. It got a little bit more out of it than I thought there. Down to the wrist, where we got full rotation of the wrist and an in and out hinge on the wrist. I think they're all in and out. He might know. Forge has got an up and down because he's got a trigger hand. Down to the mid-torso, where we have a ball joint from the lower into the upper, giving us some hula hoop action and some a little bit of swivel, but not much. It really starts to get tight right about there. Down to the legs, where we got the legs out to there. No drop down ball joint, but we've got a thigh swivel and a double knee going back to there. Down to the feet, where we have, is it a boot swivel? No boot swivel, but we've got detents on the feet and a forward rocker. Let's get her, we'll gear her up for the final shot. But I'm going to sit her aside and then bring out Forge. Forge is, Forge, again, I don't know much about him, but he stands at approximately between 6 1/4 and 6.5 inches tall. He's got a really nice sculpt. We've got the slick back hair with a ponytail and a little mustache right there, and a red bandana, or a red headband rather. It might be a bandana. And then we've got this brown harness there going to his back, which is really strange. It's obviously a reuse of the Captain America harness, because we got the hole in the back, but he doesn't have a hole in his back. So that's kind of funny. Got that same blue and yellow costume down to the top of his right leg, which is very cyborg oriented. Again, don't know much about Forge, so I can't make too many comments on there. But it's got the same cuffed, flared out yellow gloves. We have that same red and black X-Men belt. A little strap, yellow strap on his left leg. going down to the boots there. Looking at articulation on him, we have that same static neck with the ball hinge, full rotation of the head. Really good down on him. Not too bad on the back. The ponytail gets in the way, but it is soft, so you can kind of move it out of the way. With the arms, we have butterfly joints on this one, but you can't really tell. We can take this off. Let's take this off, and so we can look at this a little bit better. Okay, there we go. So we've got butterfly joints up forward to there, and then back to there. Full rotation of the arm at the shoulder hinge, with the hinge going up to the 90-degree T formation there. Bicep swivel, double elbow, catching right there. Down to the wrist, where we got a full rotation of the wrist and a in and out hinge on the left. And then, like I said earlier, we've got an up and down hinge on the right. Hinge mid torso for some ab crunch going forward and back. Waist swivel, detented waist swivel. Very, very nice. Legs out to there. No drop down ball joint. We do have a thigh swivel. And on both legs? Yes, on both legs. And double knee going back to there. On this one, we do have a boot swivel below that band on the leg. And then detents on the feet and a forward rocker on the feet. We're going to take him and get him off over here, laying down there, and we'll get their all their stuff on them for a final shot. With Jubilee, she is considerably shorter. She stands at between 5.5 and 5 3/4 inches tall. Again, really nice sculpt, really good head sculpt. They did a really good job with this 3-pack. It was well worth $25 at Ollie's, I'll tell you that much. And I've been wanting a Jubilee for a while. As well as a Storm. Forge, hey, he's gravy for the potatoes. So we've got that same yellow and blue costume with the red and black belt. Hers is riding up too. I don't understand what's happening here with this, but I'm going to have to fix that. That's just a little annoying. With Jubilee, we're a little bit different in articulation. We've got that same static neck with the ball hinge giving us full rotation of the head, and pretty good down, pretty good up, and a little bit of actually pretty good tilt considering that's a ball hinge. This one, we've got the tiny arms thing. So we've got full rotation of the arm at the shoulder with a hinge going out to actually up to there, which is really good. But we do not have a bicep swivel. We have a single elbow with a swivel down to the wrist, where we have full rotation of the wrist and an up and down on the left, and I'm assuming we got an up and down on the right as well. No, it's an in and out on the right. Interesting. We have a ball joint mid-torso going from the lower into the upper, giving us a little bit of not really too much hula hoop action, but we've got detents in there for some swivel. No waist swivel, but we have the legs out to there. No drop down ball joint. We have a thigh swivel and a double knee going right to there where that catches. Down to the boots, where we no boot swivel on there, but we do have detents on the feet and a forward rocker on the feet. So, these are very interesting. I'm really liking these so far. So I'm going to get them all geared up with their accessories, and we're going to line them up. Storm is going to be a shelf hazard. I'm just going to lean her right there in the back. So let's get these guys off the pedestal. We'll line them up with some other characters, and we'll see how they scale up. Okay, here we have them with the Metacom Mafex Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Imperial Stormtrooper version 2, the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Jinx, and the Mattel DC Universe Classics Black Vulcan. All in all, I'm super happy with this set. It was well worth the discounted price at $25 from Ollie's. I'm glad that I grabbed this when I did. I'm giving this all together. I'm giving this. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. This could easily be a 10 out of 10. I wish they would have had better articulation with Jubilee, but with the accessories and everything that this comes with, and just the really well detailed sculpts and the head swaps with the head swap with Jubilee. Everything is just fantastic with this set. If you haven't got this, get to your Ollie's, pick it up, or try to find it at a pretty reasonable price. I don't know how much it is on Amazon now, but this was well worth it. Good 8 out of 10 for me. They're going to look great on the shelf. And that will do it for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of my channel. You all have yourselves a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time. And until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.